If you're over 60, there's something important you need to hear. Because the first 30 minutes of your day may be silently draining your strength. And you're probably doing it every single morning, thinking it's good for you. You wake up, you make your coffee, you skip breakfast, you take your vitamins, you start your day. But what if that routine was the reason your legs feel heavier, your balance is off, your energy drops before lunch? Doctors are now warning that certain healthy morning habits, especially in seniors, may be accelerating muscle loss, fatigue, and even risk of falls. And the scariest part? These habits are socially accepted, even recommended in some wellness circles. Today, we'll expose the 3 most common morning mistakes seniors make and what to do instead. Because the morning isn't just the start of your day, it's the trigger for your muscle chemistry. Let's break down what's really happening. You wake up. Your body is in a fasted state. You haven't eaten in 8 to 10 hours. Your blood sugar is low. Your cortisol, the stress hormone, is high. And your muscle cells, they're vulnerable. That's normal. What happens next determines everything. Let's look at the first common mistake. Habit number 1. Coffee before protein. Most seniors drink coffee as the first thing in the morning, often on an empty stomach. And while coffee has antioxidants and can help with focus, when consumed without food, it triggers a cortisol spike. That spike, especially in older adults, leads to muscle catabolism, your body breaking down muscle for fuel, mid-morning energy crashes, increased anxiety and shakiness, or nutrient absorption from later meals. Studies show that protein intake within the first hour of waking improves muscle maintenance, energy regulation, cognitive performance, appetite control for the rest of the day. Yet many seniors wait until lunch to eat their first meaningful protein. That's 5 to 6 wasted hours, time where muscle could be protected and built. Let's move to the second hidden mistake. Habit number 2, taking vitamins on an empty stomach. This one is tricky because it sounds healthy. You wake up, you want to be proactive, you reach for your supplements. But here's the issue. Certain vitamins, especially fat-soluble ones like A, D, E, and K, require fat for proper absorption. Without it, they barely get used. Or worse, they irritate your stomach lining, cause nausea, or trigger blood sugar imbalances. And even worse, some of the synthetic forms of these vitamins, like DL-alpha-tocopherol for E or retinyl palmitate for A, accumulate in the liver, especially when not buffered by food. That's a slow, invisible process that can lead to muscle fatigue, nerve disruption, sluggish digestion, and in some cases, toxicity symptoms mistaken for aging. One study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed multivitamins on an empty stomach had 40% less bioavailability of key nutrients and higher markers of liver stress. And now for the third and most overlooked morning trap. Habit number 3, sitting immediately after waking. It sounds harmless. You wake up, you sit at the table, you watch the news, you scroll your phone. Maybe you even stretch a little sitting down. But here's what's happening. Your muscles have been inactive all night. Your blood circulation is slow. And by sitting again immediately after waking, you're sending a signal to your body. We don't need muscle today. This worsens what's called anabolic resistance, the natural decrease in muscle protein synthesis as we age. But that resistance can be reduced. All it takes? 5 to 10 minutes of movement right after waking. Simple things like marching in place, wall push-ups, chair squats, light stretching. These movements reawaken the nervous system, improve circulation, and most importantly, trigger muscle activation before food enters the system. That primes your body to use nutrients more efficiently and protects strength throughout the day. These 3 habits may seem small, but when repeated every day, they become a pattern. And patterns become chemistry, and chemistry becomes decline unless you intervene. In the next section, we'll show you how to reset your morning with 3 simple swaps to stop the damage, protect your muscles, and feel stronger all day long. Because aging isn't the issue, it's the morning. Let's fix that, starting tomorrow. So now that you know what's going wrong, what can you do instead? Because here's the truth. You don't need to change your entire life. You only need to change how you start your day. We'll break it into 3 simple SWATs, each one designed to correct the damage of those common habits and reactivate your muscle chemistry safely and naturally. Let's begin with the first one. SWAP number 1. Protein before coffee. You don't have to give up coffee. Or what you do need is to feed your muscles first. After 60, your body loses its ability to store amino acids efficiently. That means your muscles go into catabolic mode much faster after fasting. The solution? A quick, digestible source of protein within 30 minutes of waking. Here are 3 options that work. A whey isolate protein shake. 20 grams of protein in water or almond milk. 2 boiled eggs with a slice of avocado. Half cup of cottage cheese with chia seeds. Any of these will provide the leucine and essential amino acids your muscles need to halt breakdown and support repair. Then 20 to 30 minutes later, you can enjoy your coffee, ideally with a little fat, like MCT oil or full-fat milk, to reduce cortisol impact and improve mental clarity. SWAP number 2. Take your supplements with food, not before. This is the easiest fix of all. Just shift to routine. Instead of taking vitamins immediately after waking, pair them with your first meal. Here's how. Fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, A, and K2 need dietary fat. That could be from eggs, avocado, olive oil, or even nuts. B-complex and magnesium are better absorbed when digestion is active, not dormant from fasting. And if you take a multivitamin, read the label carefully. Avoid synthetic E, DL-alpha tocopherol, and avoid megadoses over 100% of daily value, unless recommended by your doctor. Bonus tip. Split your supplements across the day. Morning for energy, evening for recovery. This prevents nutrient competition and improves retention. SWAP number 3. Move before you sit. After waking, the last thing your muscles need is another hour of stillness. So before you reach for the remote, the phone, or the news, stand up. Spend 5 minutes doing one or more of the following. 10 slow chair squats. 15 wall push-ups. 1 minute of marching in place. 10 leg extensions seated. 1 minute of gentle toe raises. No sweat, no pain, just movement. This improves blood flow, warms up joints, activates the nervous system, and helps your body prepare to use the nutrients you're about to give it. Most importantly, it signals to your brain and hormones that muscle matters today. And that signal, over time, creates a body that fights back against decline. Because your body adapts to the life you live. If you start your day in motion with fuel and with intention, you create a rhythm of strength instead of weakness. And that rhythm is what changes everything. In the next section, we'll dive into how mornings influence your entire hormonal profile for the rest of the day, including energy, appetite, balance, and inflammation, and how to optimize that window to build strength after 60, even without going to the gym. Because this isn't just about starting your day right, it's about designing mornings that slow aging down. And yes, that's possible. Let's see how. Most people think strength is built in the gym. But if you're over 60, the most important factor for preserving strength is your hormonal environment. And that environment is created, influenced, and controlled largely by your morning routine. Let's take a closer look. After age 60, your body naturally produces less testosterone in both men and women, less growth hormone, less IGF-1, the growth factor needed for muscle repair, and more cortisol, especially in the morning. That combination creates a perfect storm. You lose muscle faster, you store more fat, you recover slower, and you feel tired even after sleeping. But here's the key. These hormone levels are not fixed. They're modifiable, especially through your first 2 hours of the day. Let's walk through what happens when you start your morning the wrong way. You wake up, skip food, drink coffee, stay sedentary. That causes cortisol to stay high longer, insulin sensitivity to drop, muscle protein breakdown to increase, inflamación marques to rise, Now compare that to a well-designed morning. You hydrate, you eat protein, you move, you expose yourself to light. That leads to lower cortisol, improved insulin response, triggered muscle synthesis, better energy and cognition for the rest of the day. And this is not speculation. It's proven in dozens of studies on senior metabolism. For example, one study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that older adults who consumed 25 to 30 grams of protein within 60 minutes of waking had double the muscle protein synthesis rate compared to those who ate nothing or only carbs. Another study showed that light activity in the first hour after waking reduced morning cortisol spikes by up to 30%, which in turn improved balance, appetite regulation, and motivation. This is why how you start your morning defines the next 16 hours of your life, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and even socially. Because when you feel weak, tired, and off balance, you're less likely to go for a walk. You're less likely to prepare a good meal. You're more likely to nap, skip movement, or feel discouraged. That leads to even more loss of function, which leads to more frustration, which leads to giving up. But when you flip the script, when your morning works for you, the opposite happens. You feel stronger. You move more. You eat better. You sleep deeper. You wake up motivated again. That's what we want for you. And the best part? This doesn't require gym memberships, intense workouts, or perfect diets. It requires a consistent 30-minute routine every morning, tailored for your age and biology. In the next section, we'll give you that routine, step by step. We'll show you exactly what to do when you wake up, from the moment your feet hit the floor, to the first bite you eat, to the movement you choose, to create the hormonal environment that supports strength, stability, and energy after 60. This is the system we teach caregivers, health coaches, and seniors across the country, and the results are real. Because if you win the first hour of the day, you win the day. Let's build your new morning one habit at a time. You've seen the science. You understand the risks. Now it's time to act. Here's your complete morning blueprint, a 30-minute sequence designed specifically for seniors who want to reverse muscle decline, boost energy, and feel steady all day long. No gym, no complexity, just results. Let's break it down minute by minute. Minute 1-2, wake up and rehydrate. As soon as you wake up, drink a full glass of water with a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon, optional. Why this works? Replenishes electrolytes lost overnight, prepares your digestive system for nutrients, begins rehydrating muscle cells immediately. This step alone improves mental clarity, bowel function, and reduces morning dizziness in most seniors. Minute 3-7, light movement activation. You don't need to stretch for 30 minutes. You only need to turn on your nervous system. Here's a 5-minute sequence. 10 chair squats. Stand and sit slowly without using your hands. 15 wall push-ups. 20 toe raises standing. 1 minute of marching in place. This movement stimulates blood flow, activates stabilizer muscles, and tells your brain, we're using our legs today. It's the opposite of sitting in silence and stiffness. Minute 8-15. Protein first. Now it's time to feed your muscle engine. Choose 1. 1 scoop of whey isolate in unsweetened almond milk. 2 boiled eggs with a small piece of cheese. Half cup cottage cheese with blueberries. 1 Greek yogurt with chia seeds and cinnamon. This gives you 20 to 25 grams of quality protein early in the day, a proven dose to trigger muscle synthesis in people over 60. And don't forget, this meal should contain fat, olive oil, avocado, egg yolks to help absorb vitamins and modulate blood sugar. Minutes 16-20. Smart supplementation. Now you're ready for supplements, not before. Here's what works best in the morning. Vitamin D3 plus K2 for bones and calcium regulation. Magnesium glycinate for energy, muscle relaxation, and cortisol control. Omega-3 for inflammation and joint protection. CoQ10, optional, for heart and mitochondrial support. Avoid taking iron or calcium in the morning unless prescribed. They can interfere with absorption of other nutrients. Minute 21-30. Gentle mental activation plus natural light. Go to a window. Open your blinds. Step outside if possible. Expose your eyes and skin to natural light for 5 minutes. This regulates your circadian rhythm, reduces brain fog, and boosts mood. Pair this with reading something uplifting, breathing deeply, gratitude journaling, or simply sitting quietly with purpose. This isn't about being productive. It's about calming your stress system, boosting serotonin, and locking in the hormone profile that supports energy and muscle all day long. By the end of 30 minutes, here's what you've done. Rehydrated your cells, activated key muscle groups, triggered muscle protein synthesis, absorbed essential vitamins, regulated cortisol and insulin, boosted mood and balance, and you haven't even left the house. Compare that to the old routine. Coffee on an empty stomach, sitting in silence, skipping protein, swallowing pills with no food. Feeling weak by 10 a.m.? It's no wonder most seniors feel like they're aging faster than they should. But now you know better. In the next section, we'll show you how to lock this in as a permanent habit. Avoid the 3 biggest mistakes that cause seniors to fall off track and create a morning rhythm that supports strength for the rest of your life. Because it's not about doing this once. It's about repeating what works until your body adapts and your strength returns. Now that you know exactly what to do, let's address the elephant in the room. Why do most people fail to stick with these routines? Because even the best plan can be broken by simple mistakes, especially when you're over 60 and dealing with real-world challenges, pain, fatigue, time constraints, or lack of motivation. Here are the 3 biggest mistakes that derail seniors trying to fix their mornings, and exactly how to overcome them. Mistake number 1. Skipping the first 5 minutes. Most people think the movement or the breakfast is the key, but the most important moment is actually the first 5 minutes after waking. Why? Because what you do in that small window sets the tone for the rest of the morning, and even the day. When you stay in bed too long, scroll on your phone, or sit in silence, your brain and body stay in a passive, low-energy state. Your circulation stays slow, your cortisol stays high, your muscles stay inactive. And once that happens, it's 10 times harder to catch up later. The fix? Stand up within 2 minutes of waking, stretch your arms, walk to the kitchen, drink water immediately, start your warm-up movements. You're not doing this for exercise, you're doing it to send a signal to your nervous system. We're active now. Let's wake up. Even 3 minutes of gentle movement can lower cortisol, increase heart rate variability, and improve energy all morning. Mistake number 2. Overcomplicating breakfast. Some people feel overwhelmed by the idea of high-protein breakfasts or perfect nutrition. They try to prepare complex meals or feel stuck without fancy supplements. And when that fails one day, they quit. But the truth is, you only need one simple, repeatable solution. Here are 3 default breakfasts that cover everything. Whey protein shake, 1 scoop, water, half banana, cinnamon. 2 boiled eggs, plus olive oil drizzle, plus 1 slice whole grain toast. Greek yogurt, plus 1 tablespoon chia seeds, plus handful of berries. Each of these provides 20 to 25 grams of protein. Fats for vitamin absorption, digestible energy, micronutrients for strength and recovery, and most importantly, they're done in 3 to 5 minutes. The fix: pick one of these options and eat it every day for 10 days. Don't switch, don't complicate. Let your body build rhythm and efficiency. Later, you can rotate or expand, but first you need consistency. Mistake number 3. Treating the routine like a phase. Many people get excited for a week, then drift. They treat this like a 7-day challenge, not a life reset. But here's the reality. Your body took decades to get to where it is now. It's going to take consistent action to rebuild it. And that doesn't happen with intensity, it happens with repetition. Here's what real change looks like. Day 1, you wake up and move for 5 minutes. Day 2, you add breakfast. Day 3, you take your supplements at the right time. Day 4, you feel a little less tired. Day 10, Your balance is slightly better. Day 30, your legs feel stronger. Day 90, you're doing things you thought you had lost forever. This is a process. The fix: build your routine into your environment. Keep your water and lemon in plain sight. Prep your breakfast the night before. Set a reminder to stand and stretch. Pair your morning routine with something you already do, like listening to the news or your favorite podcast. This is called habit anchoring, and it makes your morning protocol part of your identity, not just a task. Remember, you're not just doing this to avoid weakness. You're doing it to reclaim the freedom that weakness took from you. In the final section, we'll bring all this together with your 30-day action plan, progress tracking tips, and how to make this routine stick for the long haul, so that you don't just feel stronger next week. You stay strong for the rest of your life. You've made it to the end. You now know the truth about how your mornings have been quietly affecting your strength, balance, and energy. You've learned the 3 most common healthy habits that are actually weakening your muscles, why coffee before protein, pills without food, and sedentary mornings are working against you, the science of hormones, muscle chemistry, and how your first hour impacts your entire day. The exact 30-minute morning routine that reverses this damage and activates real strength. Now it's time to make it real. Here's your 30-day strength reset plan, step by step. This isn't about motivation. It's about repetition and structure. Day 1 to day 3. Wake up and drink water with salt and lemon. Move for 3 to 5 minutes using the starter routine. Eat your 1 default protein breakfast. Take your core supplements with food. Sit in natural light for 5 minutes. Days 4 to 10. Begin tracking your energy in the morning, 1 through 5 scale. Note any change in balance, how steady you feel when standing. Add light journaling or mental stimulation to your morning. Stay with the same breakfast. Build rhythm. Days 11 to 20. Begin increasing movement intensity slightly. Try walking for 5 minutes after breakfast. Swap in a new protein source for variety. Add 1 recovery element at night, like magnesium before bed. Days 21 to 30. Reflect weekly on: are you feeling stronger? Sleeping better? Moving with more confidence? Adjust meal variety, but keep core routine intact. Record a short voice note or journal entry every 5 days. What's working? Why does this plan work? Because it uses behavioral momentum, the science of small, repeatable actions leading to identity change. You're not just trying a new morning. You're becoming someone who wakes up for their strength, someone who builds muscle while others lose it, someone who walks forward while others are slowing down. And that identity built over these 30 days is what protects you for the next 30 years. Let's zoom out now and see what happens if you commit to this. In 7 days, you feel more stable in the morning. In 14 days, your digestion, mood, and appetite improve. In 21 days, your stairs feel easier, your energy is steady. In 30 days, your muscles are measurably stronger. In 90 days, you've prevented what most seniors think is just aging. You're not average. And aging doesn't mean decline, not when you take ownership. This is your new baseline. Not perfect, not intense, but powerful. And the best part? This 30-minute morning system works even if you never touch a gym. Even if you're in your 70s or 80s. Even if you're starting from a place of weakness, because strength isn't reserved for the young, it's built by the consistent. And now you are one of them, so take the next step. Tomorrow morning, don't just wake up. Wake up with a system. Wake up with intention. Wake up and rebuild your strength, 1 movement, 1 breakfast, 1 morning at a time. And if this video helped you, share it with someone over 60 who needs this truth. Because 1 video can prevent 1 fall, and 1 fall can change a life. Let's make mornings strong again. You deserve that. You're ready. Let's go.